I'm gonna do a Bob Ross painting, and I'm not gonna use oil paint. I've never used oil paint. I'm gonna do a Bob Ross painting with the Himi Gouache. Hello there, my name is Sophia Mitropoulos. I'm an artist. Well, we'll test that today actually. We'll find out for sure. Because if I can't handle a Bob Ross painting, then I don't know if I can call myself an artist. But you know what? He wouldn't want me to say that. I take it back. I take it back. I'm still an artist. Today, I'm going to be doing the impossible task that nobody thought I could do except for Jesse Wolf. Thanks for the suggestion. If this goes wrong, it's all your fault. Do I think this is a good idea? Sure. No. Sure, yeah, sure. If somehow you've magically made it this far and are not familiar with Bob Ross, he uses oil paints. This is gouache. Gouache is like watercolor. It's a water-based medium. It is not particularly used for this kind of painting, but if you landed on this video and you have never heard of the Himi Gouache set, the jelly gouache set is unique pretty much in just shape and the fact that it comes in these little jelly cups instead of in tubes. It's definitely a novelty item. You guys here on YouTube seem to love the use of the Himi Gouache set. I have made several videos about them. I make other videos about other things too, but I thought this was a really good suggestion. I am honestly pretty nervous, mostly because I don't paint landscapes. Like at all. I don't have that many big brushes. These are the only big ones that I have. And I know he uses fan brushes and I only have one and it's a little bent from never being used. I have 2 palette knives, just cuz. And then I have some random brushes. We're gonna do an island in the wilderness. I'm like standing here holding these brushes. Okay. I don't have a canvas and I'm not willing to buy a canvas for this because I'm of a believer that I should use the art supplies that I have. And also not to mention that I'm using gouache, so I shouldn't use a canvas with that, I guess. So I'm using Strathmore watercolor paper. If you haven't seen my video where I painted big with the Himi Gouache set on the Strathmore watercolor paper, you should check that out. I've never painted a landscape like this before and I think this should be fun. Slash fine. It'll be fine. The video is only 25 minutes, so in theory, I should be able to do this painting in 25 minutes. I somehow don't believe that that's going to be the case. So just let's just get started. Another thing to note is I'm not going to be covering the canvas with liquid white because this is watercolor paper and I'm using gouache. So I feel like it doesn't do the same thing as it would for oil or even acrylic. So we're just gonna run with that. Okay. First thing I have to do is put water in all of these because these kids are dry as the frickin' Sahara. If you want to know about gouache dryness, you should watch that video too. Every time I make a gouache video, I have a new complaint about this gouache set. My newest complaint is that I'm gonna finish the white before I finish any of the other colors because I use so much white in my work. So that kind of bugs me, but the good news is once I finish this, which I will do one day, I've heard that the Artex one has, or I saw a picture of it, has much more pastels than this set does. So I probably would replace it with that. Okay, he uses a 2-inch brush. I only have 1.5, that's the biggest one I have, so, and then I'm gonna take, I don't know how I'm supposed to fit this in here. Like, I know you're supposed to put it all on your palette, but it's gouache, it gets dry.
Making little X's, little crisscross strokes. We'll just very quickly drop in just a little warm parting.
Okay, we're making crisscross, little X's and little crisscross strokes. There's no way. Little crisscross, oh boy, oh, I'm nervous. Oh God, this is not gonna work.
There. Doesn't take too long when you're using a brush that's 2 inches wide. Okay, without even cleaning the brush.
I can't keep up with him. He's already too fast. First of all, the squash is, how am I supposed to lay this down? Okay, this is a disaster already because the gouache is drying too fast. You know, we knew it was going to be an experiment. I'm not having a good time, you guys. Okay, he's using a phthalo blue. This dark blue, this one, for the phthalo blue. I thought about doing this small on my table, but then I thought that if I didn't have an easel and I didn't do it with a big brush and this whole thing, then it would be defeating the purpose. But now I'm realizing that I would have just been accurately working with the medium. So we might have to make a part 2 where I like actually do a better job. Let's continue. Happy accidents. There's just not enough, like, I think, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna try a softer brush. Okay, the softer brush is the move.
Now the blue is many, many times stronger.
So already we're having some issues. Since there's no liquid white on this, everything's already like more saturated than what he's doing. But you know what? Happy accidents, baby. This is gonna be a abstract ridiculous Bob Ross. Oh God, it's already horrible.
Let's have some water in this painting. I love water, and it's very easy to paint in this. And I think today we'll have still water. So pull from the outside in. Outside in. Something about like so. All right.
Does that look like water? Darken the corners. Okay, well my corners are already pretty dang dark. Okay, but he's got this whole thing colored already. Okay, so I'm missing some pink, I think. This is like really far out of my comfort zone. I want you all to know. Little X's. Okay, now I'm kind of getting it. Okay, now we're getting there. Also, this brush doesn't really want to do X's either. I'm having a moment of clairvoyance though, and I know that it's going to end up looking not as bad. Already, I just have so many questions. So he is beating the devil out of his brush. I cannot do that because I'm in my bedroom and my sheets are white, as you can see right there. So I'm not going to do that. And he's going back in with a dry brush, but since I'm working with gouache, to blend gouache, you need a wet brush, pretty much. How did he coat that all so fast? I've also never taken a painting class in my life. This is the first time I have ever done a guided painting. I've never done a paint and sip. I have never painted under somebody else's guidance before. Blend it all together. We're only 5 minutes in and I'm already 20 minutes in. Jesus. There's a lot of things working against me in this video, and a big one is the fact that I'm using the wrong material. So if this is the first time you've ever seen me make anything, please don't use this as the judgment of the quality of my work, because it's gouache. Alright, he's got a fan brush now. Okay, I'm having problems here. My fan brush, look at this fan brush that I'm dealing with. This is not working. Alright, I don't know when he made this. I don't know when he made this go all the way across, but okay, we'll catch up there. Okay, I replaced it with this Himi brush, the fan brush, because the fan brush just wasn't doing it for me. This better end up looking good, or at least it better look good on camera, because right now I'm looking at it in person. It looks like freaking crap. I want to try again. I'm so discouraged. What the heck am I doing? The brushes don't pick up the paint in nearly anywhere near the same way. Like not even remotely close. Does that look like a reflection to you? Oh wait, shit. I was supposed to do it up here. Does that look good?
The lid's right there. See? Just make a line, take the corner of the brush, make a touch. Make another one, and just sort of work from the center out. There it goes.
You don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents. Just like this entire painting. How many trees did he put down? Jesus. 3? Where's the bottom of his tree? Oh, how does he... What? Bob. These are my reflections. Coming along. Okay, he put a little island here. They're on a little island. Okay. Oh, yeah. How did he make those little bushes and stuff? Let's just make the indication of little soil. That's what he said. Oh, I got an ad. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Gotta pay his estate while we're here, you know? I'm not seeing the island, to be honest. We gotta go back in. And he does some little freaking... Some of this. Some of these. Some of these. Some of these. Ooh. In my tiny viewfinder of my camera, it looks good. In front of my face, it looks like shit. Okay, I'm actually seeing it come together. I'm seeing it, Bob. We gotta take a break because I can't beat the devil out of my brushes, but I gotta wash them. Okay, we're back. Oh no. Okay. Oh! Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to come all the way over to this side. Dang it. Why is it so wet? It's like running. Where are you trying to go? Oh, look at this drip. What are you doing down there? He's so confident. What the heck is he doing? Oh my god. He's so ahead of me. It's like I want to leave it playing so that I feel like I'm making progress, but I gotta pause it so that I can actually make the progress. I'm kind of skipping some steps, but whatever. But see, you can't like layer like this with gouache. I mean, you can kind of, but it like reactivates what's underneath it. I'm like, dog, can we not? How'd you make that bush look like that, dude? I'm losing morale as we continue. He just pulled a rock out of nowhere. How did he freaking do that? This is a disaster. My trees are a little sad. I can't scrape through the paint with gouache, I don't think. That's it? That's finished, he said? He's done? Okay, well, took me 52 minutes to finish a 25-minute video. How does it look in the viewfinder? I mean, it looks okay in the viewfinder, but you can tell that it looks like shit. Like, what's going on down here? Like, he just like pulls stuff out of nothing. I want it to look nice, Bob. He said where it's dark, put light, trees, and where it's light, put dark. Which seems simple enough. Did that help or did that hurt? I think that hurt. That hurted. That shit hurted. This is chaotic. I made it better, I made it worse, I made it better, I made it worse. Okay, I'm gonna stop now before it gets too horrible. Alright, y'all. Well, here she is in all her glory. Don't try this. I think that's my lesson. Unless you're gonna do it tiny and totally change the rules of how it's done, it doesn't seem worth it. I think oil paints, right on. Acrylics, probably good. My other piece of advice, actually I take it back. Maybe if you do want to try it with the Himi Gouache, lighten your base colors because, like I said earlier, I mean, actually now that I think about it, maybe I should have put a white down and then the white would have reactivated as I painted, but I don't think so. I don't think putting the base white, like the liquid white down first, was gonna help because of how fast gouache dries. I mean, I don't hate it from looking at it 3 inches wide in my viewfinder, but in person it really actually does look like trash. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was entertaining for you. Please subscribe to my channel because I went through all of that for you. For you. At least I thought about doing it and I followed through even though it's horrible. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sophia Mitropoulos and I will see you in the next one. Bye!